The thing I want to talk about today is that all of us are ego possessed. So, like 25 years ago, I really thought like I was demon possessed because I was so tormented in my mind with fear, anger, judgment, resentment. I felt like this thing would take over part of my mind, and I was extremely deceitful, manipulative. I would lie, cheated on my husband, left him for another man, filed for divorce. And through all that, I got sick and tired of being not at peace and tormenting myself, hurting others. And I cried out to God. And God clearly told me to go home, go back to my husband. That's a long story I won't share here. But I humbled myself. I went back and owned my part of the problems, and stopped lying and stopped being deceitful and stopped cheating and all of that. But because I was completely unaware of having an ego, the ego shifted me into a new identity, and that was to be religious Rhonda. And I just desired so much to be special. And I had many leadership roles in churches and just wanted to be recognized and seen and known. And the thing about the church is that you're just a volunteer, and there's like a glass ceiling in the church. So you'll eventually just hit that glass ceiling. They only let you go so high. And I was just so sick of the people pleasing and all of that, hoping that I would be promoted and recognized inside the church and outside the church. And so I was seeking a better way. And that's when A Course in Miracles came in my life. If you don't know what A Course in Miracles is, it's like Jesus's psychology course. And during that time, I learned I do have an ego. I wasn't demon possessed. I was ego possessed. I started watching my thoughts. Jesus started waking me up at 2:22 a.m. most mornings. And I would do what I call heart surgery. I would write out something that was bothering me, how it was affecting me, making me feel. I would tap into Holy Spirit and ask the truth about that situation, and that truth would set me free. So during that time also, I took that heart surgery and I healed a friend of stage 4, the big C. And also my son came out as gay, and wrestled with that because I had a Christian background, but I came to love and accept and affirm him and unconditionally love him. And I was just over and over and over shedding this ego. I was being set free from being ego possessed. So all of that to say is, if you are seeking counsel, therapy, a life coach, a spiritual guide, I would just really, really, really encourage you to ask them if they have gone through the dark night of the soul and have shed their ego so that they could help you do the same. If not, then they're just going to believe that the fear, the anger, the judgment, the resentment, the unforgiveness, the bitterness, the shame, guilt, regret is you and not the ego. There has to be a distinction between your true self that is love and light and perfect and whole and at peace, and then the ego that is not. There has to be a distinction so that you can get free from it.